nuts. Okay. Ooh, I love getting me a new haircut, dude. Damn it. One second, you guys. I figured out why it does this. Yeah, getting a new haircut always makes you feel like $1 million. How you doing today, Happy?
どう遊ぶおつもりで、斉藤様。
見せしめにする。詫びを申すぞ、狼の姫。無念であろう。
怨霊のことは生前の母から聞かされた。仇を求めこの世を惑う哀れな亡者。俺は怨霊になった。忌まわしきあの夜に。それから本土へたった一人腹を空かせて あざができるたび燃える木を思い出すたび心は強く堅くなになる。初めて人を切ったのは戦のさなか。名も知らぬ兵の血をおとうの刀に吸わせまくる。身内を殺したけどうとも思いながら。16とさの後、故郷の蝦夷地ようやく戻ると決めた。皆の仇を討つため、あの世で皆に会うため。妖帝6人衆は一人残らず殺す。まずは蛇だ。鬼。狐。雲。竜。そしてサイト。また会ったな。
を突っ込まんでくれよ。
おい、足狙ってやれ。
どうどう、いい子だ。落ち着け。すまねえな。バカども。
頭んとこへ連れてけ。
気の強い女が好きだからな。
Oh shit! I'm about to go all She-Hulk on his ass? I am.
殺しやがった。てめえあの世で食いやがれ。
蛇はあの中。酔いつぶれてるはずだ。
No, no, we can't run. We gotta walk. I at least gotta give this chick some swagger. No, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not 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 gonna do it. I was gonna bitch about how this isn't Jin Sakai. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It is what it is. I don't work at Sucker Punch. I'm just playing a game. Ha! Sekiro. Bro, I was expecting a badass, not
キセルに火つけて
drunken uncle.
その人に跳ねてやる。
狂った女め。
誰だてめえ。ああ、生きてたか。
No, 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 no. Did I break the bike? There we go. That's not the same hilt. This is a different hilt. And then this. What is this? This is from the collector's edition, right? Oh, no. These are all my piercings and shit. What did I do with it? I'm gonna have to go find my Ghost of Tsushima.
狼の姫、一人残らず息の根止めたと思ったが、また耐えたな、刀鍛冶の娘。
覚えておけ。圧だ。
シラフの時に挑もうとは思わなかったのか。シラフの時に挑もうとは思わなかったのか。ずっと夢に見てきたんだろう。
負けてたまるか。
里帰りに随分とかかったんだな。こんちくしょうめ。
I don't. Do I gotta hold L or do I gotta like individually parry each hit?
よかったな。
妖精来るな。
My bad. I'm sorry. I don't like samurai games with guns. Period. At all. Like, I don't care if it's Cap and Ball or if it's a fucking Tech 9. I just don't like guns in samurai games. You know what I mean? Sekiro got away with it because there was like a very small amount. Like there was the chicks. In the mountains, and then like a couple of guards here and there had some like weird cannons, but
死んだのに。
even in Sekiro, that was like one thing I didn't like the guns in that game. That's like the one thing that I don't like about that game. Even in Sekiro, they weren't like guns. They were just like metal tubes and black powder. And I think there was a couple of guns here and there. But I'm just hoping that if they make it to where guns are like a rarity in this game, then okay, cool. But if it becomes some sort of like secondary accessory,
Yotei 6人衆はどこにいるんだろうな。あの木の下で育った浦島太郎にでもなっちまった気分だ。 かしあの宿で斎藤たちの居所が知れるかもな。羊蹄山、二頭の達人が隠れ住んでるって噂を聞いたことがある。戻るとするか、あの忌まわしき家に。
邪魔だわ。
十兵衛、逃げちょし。
捕まえんの諦めたけ。もう一回ぶつかってやらっか。
やったな。
ぼーっとしてっ
Cold
からだ。
like this, dude, it just sucks the energy right out of me.
おい
dude.
待て、今日
I
も
feel like hibernating like a fucking bear
音
or
を止
something.
めてくれよ。
俺の助けはいらんなに。
と捕まえてやる。
ほれどうした。
アツ、稽古は？
ちっと待っててくれよ。
Aren't you supposed to do something with these?
アツ何してるだ。こっち来。捕まえんの諦めたけ。アツ何してるだ。
I know. So in Ghost of Tsushima, there was, so pretty much, you could get 95% of the trophies just playing the game. There was like 2 trophies that you had to go out of your way for to get the platinum. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is an incredibly easy and an incredibly entertaining platinum to receive. The only trophy that you really have to like really go out of your way for is there's like these hidden shrines. Everything else is marked on the map. Everything is marked on the map except for these shrines. And there's like 12 of them that you have to pray at to obtain the trophy. And it's the only thing that's not pointed out in the game from what I remember. Don't quote me on that, but everything else you pretty much just obtain playing the game. And I'm wondering if this is the same.
諦めるけ。
まだだ。勝った。
勝負の続きは稽古場でな。
後でな。稽古があるさ。お母と。
And I apologize, you guys. Whenever I get an opportunity, whenever it presents itself, I would much rather play with the Japanese vocals with the English closed caption. And the reason why is I feel a lot of times in these games that are set in Eastern locations or in Eastern time periods, whenever they do like Japanese English or Korean English or Chinese English, I always feel like the Asian accent or the Asian dialect is done with so much more precise care and love than with the English dialogue. I feel a lot of times the English dialogue is very cheesy and very what's the word for it? Like when you lack enthusiasm. A lot of times monotone or over the top and goofy, as where the Eastern dialect is treated with much more care, love, and respect, and is presented much more professionally than the English or Western dialect. The only game that I have played where I found this to be the opposite is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, the remake. And Zack's like over the top. It's almost like it reminds me of like kid anime. Like you know, like that kind of shit. And that's like the only case where I can find that it's reversed. But going beyond that, I love the Japanese language. It's such a beautiful language. I would much rather hear Japanese than English in a game. I don't know why. I understand that I speak English. But to me, English is not a beautiful language. It's a very irritating language, to be honest.
三味線の稽古するけ？
する。
指を糸に滑らせて、糸がいい音を出したら押さえろ。そう。そのまま。知ってる歌だろ？糸がいい音を出したら押さえろし。な？美しいら？竿をもっと軽く握れし。
こうけ？
おうさ。ほれ、次はその音を体で感じてみろし。互いが分かったけ？いい曲面。一緒に弾かだ。
My fingers are all stiff.
俺のお母からもらったもんさ。
Do I have any...
これを弾くとお母が聞いてくれてる。風に乗ってそう感じるさ。
でも本当に聞こえるんずらか？だって死んでるし。
歌にはこの世を超える力があるだよ。あの世の人にも語りかけられるっちゅうこん。
You can't tell me that that's not a
ほんで
beautiful
圧の歌を
language,
聞
dude.
く。ここでもいつか風になっても。
How many leaves is that tree gonna lose, bro?
お母、今も聞こえてる？
Relive the past. You can now experience memories from Atsu's past. When a memory is nearby, press and hold the touch pad. So this is, I'm guessing, like how they are doing the flashbacks in Ghost of Tsushima when you were getting ready to learn like a new skill or a new trait or something like that. It would go through a flashback of when you were with your uncle, and it would talk about like some lesson that you learned or something like that and how you could apply it to the current situation that you're in. But they couldn't do that in this one because, as it's already stated, her whole entire family is gone.
音の稽古台直せそうだ。こいつで試し切りをしてたな。
What? Bullshit. Hold on, wait. Okay, XXL1, XXL1X. Wow. Maximum spirit increased. We will see, Sniper. We will see. I just started it, so. I do want to add that I think, other than all the behind the scenes like political commentary that was going on around this game, I think the main reason why a lot of people were like, what the hell is this game, is because when you introduce an IP, right, there's usually a mascot to that IP. Super Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, you know what I mean? Zelda, Halo, Gears of War, God of War, Last of Us. And over like the past 5 years or so, well, 10 years, 2015, somewhere in there. So like around the past decade, there's been this weird phenomenon where companies are taking their IPs and they're eliminating the mascot from that IP and replacing it with somebody else. Halo did it in what was it, Halo 4 or Halo 5, where you only like 5% of the game you're Master Chief, and all of a sudden you're somebody else chasing down Master Chief the entire time. You know, Super Mario is even being hit by this, like he's being pushed into the background, while characters like Toadstool and Princess Peach are being pushed to the foreground. You know, even movies are doing this as well. They're taking their flagship characters and they're benching them and then replacing them with another version. And sadly, a lot of times this version will be a female that has gotten to that position with zero struggles, the Mary Sue, right? And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's a woman. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's a different time period. We grew to love Jin Sakai. We saw Jin Sakai as the face of the Ghost franchise. You know what I mean? It would be like going in to play a Metroid game, and all of a sudden now you're playing as Terry the Tech, or Terry the Technician, and you're trying to stop Samus from doing whatever she's getting ready to do. You know what I mean? Or you just eliminate Samus altogether and you bench her for Johnny Jones, right? Johnny Jones, the Starship janitor, right? And all of a sudden, Johnny Jones goes from being this janitor with no formal education to, you know, dominating the world without any struggles. And that's the thing I think people really appeal to when it comes to these characters. I don't think it matters about sex. I don't think it matters about race. I don't think it matters about creed. I don't think it matters about religion. It's the fact that we've come to love these characters and we've grown with them as a whole. You know what I mean? Like, we've watched them go through the struggles. The Hulk, I know I go back to this a lot, but the Hulk is a perfect example of this. We watched the Hulk go through struggle after 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 struggle, and come through the other side broken, beaten, scarred, but still pushing forward, right? She-Hulk comes along and is just like, you know, just like eating a power-up in Super Mario. Boom, 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 boom. All of a sudden, she's bigger, badder, faster, and smarter than Hulk. Like, she didn't have to do anything to earn any of that. Rey is another perfect example of all this. Kylo Ren, I think, is another perfect example of this. Kylo Ren, they tried to make him seem like a badass, but he just came off as a spoiled brat. And that's what the issues are when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's not that this is Atsu and we dislike her because she's a woman. No, it's because we fell in love with Jin Sakai. We wanted more Jin Sakai. Like, there was no reason to, you could have told many more stories about Jin Sakai, but it'd be like benching Sonic and going, hey, we're just gonna make Tails games from here on out. You know what I mean? We fell in love with Master Chief. We didn't want to be the guys hunting down Master Chief. We want to be Master Chief. But which one? There's been like 5 new Ninja Gaidens that have come out in the past couple of months. Ragebound, the Black 2 remake, or 4, like which I don't know which one you're talking about.
おとんのところに行けし、それとも稽古を続けたいけ？
稽古しね。行ってくら。
I think I know you're talking about 4, and I do remember them saying something about how they character swapped him or something like that. And it's not the original character. But I mean, yeah, that's essentially what I'm talking about. It's when these main flagship characters are getting benchmarked in their own IP. Marvel's infamous for this, dude. They did it. She-Hulk, Hawkeye, got replaced by Kate Bishop. Ant-Man got replaced by Wasp, and his daughter ultimately became Ant-Girl or whatever. And then, what was the other one? Captain America got replaced by Peggy Carter in the Multiverse of Madness. There's a couple more. Silver Surfer. What else? They've done it a couple of times in Fantastic Four, actually.
音が探してた。あっちの。
火事バズラ？
Yeah, Black Widow's kind of a different story, though. I think the reason why they pushed that is because there was a lot of bad blood between Scarlett Johansson and Disney after the whole Black Widow incident. And I think that was their way of trying to keep Black Widow around, knowing that they weren't going to get Scarlett Johansson back. But ultimately, yeah, it's the same thing. They should have just let the character fall off the map. But here's what. So this is what I mean. So they took a character, Hawkeye, and while all these characters are perfect examples, they had a specific character, Luke Skywalker, for example, build the foundation for everything that is and was, right? Everything is centered around this character. And then all of a sudden, it's, well, now that everything is built and you guys have worked out all the problems, and you've got all the gears going in this machine properly, and you've gotten all the bugs out of it, now we're just going to push that character aside and we're going to insert said character here that did nothing to earn this spot. But then if you say anything about it at all, like, hey, I like, what's going on? I liked the character of Jin Sakai. Why are we not getting more Jin Sakai? You're racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're all this shit.
アツ、お前が三味線弾いて
You
た
know,
か
you're a misogynist, and I was arguing with somebody on YouTube
お母と違って俺は楽器に向いてね
about
え
Jin
ぞ
Sakai, and like I feel
なん
that
かぶっ
there
叩こう
was
がいいか
ほ
a
うさ
lot more to tell. No, I'm just a bigot and hate women. Like, what the fuck? I didn't even say anything about women. I just said I wanted more Jin Sakai.
ねえな
No. Just
あれちょっと見てみ
曲がってろ
片一方ばっかり鍛えんでもう片方も叩くだぞちゃんと鋼をねするだぞ方針と伸びんど
日膨れしたことあるけ
ほりゃあるわ忘れられんだわあの痛みはいいぞ見してみ鍛えてる刀は見てえか
見て
この子らには早くないけ
平気
まあ思い返せば今までの鍛錬ちゅうのはこのためだ
まるで俺たちの守り神みてえずら
この唾
よくわかったな双子の狼だ
持っていいけ
もういいぞ触れるようになったらなしとこうおいじゃあいかだ狼ども稽古するぞ
アツ今回は負けねえぞ稽古したからない
つもそう言って負けるじゃん
三味線弾きゃあつらん喜ぶらに
あつらじゃなくておまんざら
今日は基本からやらだ
どういで
新鉄のねえ刀すぐ折れちもうからな
俺は基本でいい
何を言ってるで
ほいじゃ並べ守りから始めるぞ
守りはもうできるさよ
本当にそうかほいじゃ十兵衛撃ってみ
強く打つなよ
よしよく見てたな
次は崩してやら
いいぞアツ
当たったやるじゃん
よし十兵衛交代次はアツに打たしてやってくれよアツ守りを崩してみ
ぶったたいてやる見てろし
なんでそんな合力なんだ
家事を手伝ってるからだわてめえもやれし
ほいじゃあ次は機械を待つ稽古だじっと教えとくだぞ
ことない俺ん方見ると
そりゃおめえが暴れ馬みてえだからだ
馬みてえな匂いのくせに
黙れ次は受け流しの稽古だ始め
遅えな
ちと遅えのよし守りが崩れたそのまま攻めてみ おしうまいぞ。おつきに打ってやれ。お前器用だな。あつよく見ろ。十兵衛のやつ気合い入れてるぞ。次の攻めは受け流せ。
おっと
残念だったな。もう一度だ。
いて。
まあ次に決まればいい。次だ。受け流しがうまくいったとしても攻め続けてくる相手もいるから油断すんな。
それも受け流しゃいいじゃん。
隙が生まれるまで待って切りかかれ。あつやってみ。よし、そんな話。油断すな。いいぞ、受け流せ。隙がいねえのまで受け流しを続けろ。油断すな。守りも受け流しもできん攻めっちゅうのがある。十兵衛、お前思い切り圧を打て。圧、お前避けるだぞ。明日痛みが来そうだ。
もう痛えさ。
痛みから逃れるにはその場から去るほかねえ時もあるけん覚えとくだぞ。
お父は身をもって知ってるさ。
お前やるな、逃げ上手だ。
たまたまずら。
あつ怪我はねえけ。
平気。
動くなよ。
本当に狼みてえだ。
痛みは気がそれる一因になる。ぐっと気合い入れて痛みのことは忘れろ。なら二人ともいよいよ力比べすっか。
やった、待ってた。
一本でも多く撃った方に有限の魚を増やしてやる。始め。
魚は俺のもんだ。
てめえは骨でもしゃぶってろし。勝たせてやっただわ。たくさん食って腕を太くすりゃいいだ。
あつ
子供らがいりゃ怖いもんなしじゃんね。狼だって一匹じゃ生きれんさよ。仲間が大事さ。
Yotei 六人衆を一人残らず見つけて。
No, I don't like digital media, period. I use it if I have to, but I don't like digital media.
そしたら
They
行く
should
よ。
have just used all their resources for digital, or for physical.
約束する。待ってろよ、クズども。稽古場の掃除を手伝ったな。荒草で幾度も手が荒れた。よし、これでいい。
Whatever.
F でだ。音に連れられて絵を描きに出かけた。ここから西にある小さな島にも行ったな。ここで刀を鍛えられる。鉄さえあれば。十兵衛は侍。
The Gogenko leaf represents Atsu's hunt.
になりたいと言ってた。
どういで銭を埋めてるで。
大声出しちゃう。銭を貯めていつか鎧を買うだ。なあ、誰にも言っちゃし内緒だぞ。
もし音にバレたら小言を言われるら。
俺が立派な侍になりゃ文句は言われねえはずだ。
侍がダメなんだっちこん。
どうしてだよ。 蝦夷地の人を守りてえだけだわ。
分かった、早くしろし、音が蹴ってくるら。今日馬屋に連れてってくれるってさ。
おめえが連れてけって騒いだからずら。
My nostrils are all dried out right now, dude. So every time I like breathe in, it burns. I need to get a humidifier.
Yu飯はクジラ汁だと。ほとんど野菜だけど。いつか音みたいに鮮やかに切る。二人してどういで突っ立ってるで。
山見てるだわ。
羊蹄山の頂、昔弟言ったさ。その道中に小さなイチョウの木があったね。おまんらがまだ腹ん中にいた頃だ。
山頂に着いた時、お母の足がすっかり腫れてな、草履を脱げんかったほどだ。
どういであの山を登ったさ。
山頂には神社が建ってるだ。
お母は歌を捧げて、俺は金槌と筆を備えた。
それから篤と十兵衛のために神主様から呉服をもらっただ。
見せてくれよ。
いや、呉服は社に預けてあるだわ。
おまんらが大きくなったら自分らの足で山頂まで登ってあの呉服を受け取ってほしくてね。
Oh, okay. Okay. don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm gonna have to go make a fucking fire, dude. My house is freezing right now. Get off the horse. There we go. Just random person is gonna have a picnic.
I あの宿に寄らねえとな。妖帝6人衆の手がかりがいる。
I want to see something. Hold on. Ghost. Tsushima map. Images. No, dude, I don't want all the bullshit on the map. I just want the map. There we go. No. There we go. Is it the same part of Japan? Or is it a different part of Japan? It doesn't look the same. It looks like a totally different map. Let me see, hold on. Do both. Ghost games take place in the same location. The Ghost franchise will seemingly stick with one location. Both are in Japan. I won't be surprised if the next one is in Japan as well. The story of Ghost of Yotei takes place in Hokkaido, Japan. The story is set in the environs of Mount Yotei in Izo, modern-day Hokkaido, Japan. Okay, Yotei taking place in 1603 and Tsushima in 1274. A lot has happened in Japan as there's a 329-year gap. I actually thought that Yotei was more closer to the 1800s. I didn't realize that it was that far back. The Edo period, Tokugawa Ieyasu declared shogun of Japan. Where is... I'm just kind of curious on how these maps kind of, you know, how they kind of link up to each other, and if we'll see any of the similar settings. Oh, so they're not even close to each other. So, Ghost of Tsushima, I didn't realize this. I thought it was all on mainland Japan. It's just off the coast of... I'm going to butcher this. Fukuoka? Close to Itoshima and Karasu. So I'm not really familiar with Japanese geography. What parts of Japan do the Ghost games take place in? Okay, Ghost of Tsushima unfolds in Tsushima and the Genkai Sea in northern Kyushu, Japan. The island is part of Nagasaki Prefecture and boasts abundant nature with 89% of the terrain covered in mountains and forests. And then Ghost of Yotei is the Izo, which is the modern day Hokkaido part of Japan. So I want, how would I look this up? Where are Tsushima and Izo in reference to each other? Tsushima Island is also located southwest off the coast of Japan, while Izo and Mount Yotei are found in the far north of Japan. So they're not even in I thought it was going to be like in a similar part of Japan too. To be honest, I haven't done much research about this game, so I've been kind of caught up with a bunch of other games that are coming out. So it's like they're on polar opposite sides of the country, which I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it could be like California versus New York. You know what I mean? Totally separate cultures going on. I mean, same primary culture, vastly different secondary cultures. Which I think that's kind of cool, and that, you know what I mean? I think these games, I think I've honestly been kind of looking at these games all wrong. I think they're more or less just like tales of like Japan, you know, as less like focusing on a singular character or storyline. Just like how Black Myth right now is doing the like they did Black Myth Wukong, and now they're doing the what is it, the it's just like there are stories being told from different cultures. Which that's kind of cool. God, dude, my nose is so itchy. We don't have a, well, we do have a heater, but we don't use it, dude, because propane is so expensive. So we burn a lot of wood, and it dries out the air in our house so bad. So like my eyes and my nostrils get so dry and itchy. Hello? Hey, are you still over at Target? No. Are you coming back? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was just gonna see if you could pick up some Visine when you're at Target. Oh, okay. Alright, just because my eyes are drying. I think it's just because we've been burning hella fires lately. My eyes are hella dry and itchy. Okay. Love you too. Okay, that's cool right there. I like that. Let's go.
Saあ行け。
Persona 5, it's long, like you need to only play that game once and you have... Wait, hold on. Nerd, there's so many games that are coming out. Most of them are like 60 hours long. Persona 5, it's long. Like you need only play that game once. You have 0 to 2 games you are playing. Huh? I think I have Persona 5.
ここらによく鶴が集まってた。一筆一筆に命を宿せ。
I've never played it.
うちで弟たくさん絵を描いたな。
Oh, it's a fish trap. Do I not get a bow in this game? I'm gonna be upset. I think I have. Hold on. Oh yeah, I have it. I actually think I have the Steelbook edition of that game too. Oh, God, dude.
Yes.手を出すんじゃね
え。なんだおめえ、首突っ込むな。おい、この女じゃねえか。蛇を切ったって噂の。こいつが怨霊なわけねえだろ。
喧嘩なら買うが。
割に合わねえ。行こう。し。
大事ないか。
なんてことない。あんな奴ら。おいら一人でもどうにか。でも。
座れ。火を起こしてやる。加点喧嘩を仕掛けるもんじゃない。
これくらい慣れてる。目立っちまう商いにはよくあることでしょ。焦がさないでよ。
代わりに焼くか。
お任せする。お客に文句はご法度だ。
てめえ名は？
太郎、そっちは？
アツだ。親はどこだ？
その辺。
どうしてムクロを漁ってる？
商いを始めようと思ってさ、ムクロから剥いだ鎧なんかを売るんだ。ご心配なく、品物はどれも上等だよ。本当だって。この袴見てよ。いい生地使ってるだろ。ほら、これあげるよ。オイラが目利きした品を試してみて。きっと気に入るから。
God, dude. So where we were working at too for the past couple of days, dude, oh my god, it was so cold. I don't know what's been going on, but for the past couple of weeks, there's been these like really heavy, like thick pockets of fog all over the place. And usually the fog will kind of like settle down in low spots in between the mountains and stuff like that. But lately it's just like it'll build up in like a pocket and just sit there. And where we were working at, everywhere else around this entire area was super sunny. It was like 65 degrees, nice and warm. And the area that we were working in, it was so eerie. Like you pull into the area and poof, thick fog. Like I'm talking, can't see more than 40, 50 feet in front of you. It's just thick, dense fog. And it was butt ass cold. And it was so weird too. I wish I would have filmed it going in, but we get in trouble if we use our phones in the trucks. And knowing my luck, I would be like filming it and then all of a sudden I'd get a write-up for using my phone in the truck. But it was just so weird too, because it wasn't like usually fog, you can see the clouds of it like moving around. It was just like these bubbles of fog that would sit in one spot. I've never seen anything like it before. And I'm not even joking when I say like outside of these bubbles, not a cloud in the sky. And it would be like 65 degrees, nice, warm. You got the sun beaming down on your face. And as soon as you go into these pockets of fog, the sun disappears, dude. And it would drop down to like 35 degrees. There's ice all over the ground. And it was just butt-ass cold, dude. And it was drying out my face super bad. Like, it felt like I had poison oak. It was crazy. And then, because of how dense the fog was, there was like hella moisture building up in my goatee, and it would like freeze on my goatee. It was wild.
Hontouに弾けたんだね。いや、上手だったよ、本当。
教えてやるぞ。
剣の腕はどうやって上げたんだい？その方が気になる。
それは教えられねえ。
そっか、秘密ってわけ？
Okay. I need to get into some action, dude.
どれも上等な品だよ。
無茶はするなよ。
心配ご無用。逃げ足だけは早いから。ほら、もっと寄って見てってよ。
No, I'm good, bro. That's a sick ass looking horse, dude.
Come on! 刀を刺してるな。
蝦夷地は油断ならねえからな。
その通り。女子は特に。聞くところによると、斎藤は女も兵として雇っているとか。
なら松前藩も見習ったらどうだ。
今なんと。
落ち着けお侍。俺が六人衆の首を取る。
お主一人でか。
松前の考えは。
奴らは蝦夷地を治めた気でいる食わせ者の下道ども。誰もが斎藤の言いなりだ。斎藤を蝦夷の将軍と呼ぶアホどもよ。
斎藤兄弟について知ってることは。
あの卑劣な兄弟に通ずるものはただ一つ。鉄砲に目がないこと。十勝神年にいるとの知らせがある。松前が誇る大立ちの達人と決着をつけるためだろ
う。大立ちの達人か。会ってみたいもんだな。
こんな流浪人に構っている暇はない。どうせすぐ誰かに殺される。行くぞ。
中で悶着があんだ。
長いはしね
Can I? How do? the first game you could like scan. Oh wait, hold on.
もてなしをされそうにねえな。
あの女だ。
迷子か？
昔なじみを探してる。妖帝六人衆。
つまみ出せ。斎藤様がてめえに正気かけてんだい。
で、妖帝六人衆は俺の首にいくら出す？
この野郎！死ねえ！怨霊だ！
てこった一人の仕業か。
怨霊だ。
黙れ。あんな女におじけ出すな。まずはお前をなぶり殺す。その後はこの宿を焼き払ってやる。怨霊だぞ。
よく蛇様に勝てたな。俺とも勝負すっか。なんてこった。一人の仕業か。
怨霊だ。
黙れ。あんな女におじけ出すな。こいつは死なねえ。
てめえ問いに答えてねえぞ。俺の首にいくら出す？妖帝六人衆。斎藤はケチな野郎だ。
蝦夷地はあの方が治める。
ほざくな。
直したばかりだってのに。
銭を払おう。
いや、こっちがお前さんに借りを作ったようなもんだしな。
では六人衆の噂話で返してくれ。
で、何を知りたい？
狐について知ってることは？
手塩が丘に潜む影だ。至る所に目を光らせてる。行くってんなら用心しなよ。人が消えちまうって噂だ。
所詮怪談話だろ。
宿でゆっくりしたらどうだい？銭はいらねえから。
I wonder if we're gonna be able to do in Tsushima there was like that the vision, you know, that all games have. I can't remember what it was called.
刀も悪くないんやけど、戦やったら弓の方が上手打てんで。ほんと、斎藤の手下ども、たった一人で宿から叩き出したな。噂の怨霊やろ。
何のことだかさっぱりだ。
そら残念。怨霊にもってこいの弓があんのに。極上物やで。
そうか、見せてくれ。
そうこだな。うちはラン。覚えとき。ちょっと足元見んといてほしいわ。
That's still not enough. 120, 132.
昔は斎藤につこうかって考えてて、商売になると思ってな。
なんでやめた？
職人や家事師たちを休みなく働かせ始めたからや。一文も払わんと。奴に目に物見せたって。
何かあればすぐ喧嘩をふっかけてくる。アホばかりだ。
待て、流浪人。先刻、この宿にて騒ぎがあったとの知らせを受けてな。
収めておいた。
我らは斎藤とその手下を討つ役目を仰せつかっておる。
大層なこった。
軍をわきまえろよ、流浪人。
お侍様、それと姉さん、めでてえじゃねえですか。斎藤の犬どもが富士宮から消えたんだ。せいせいしたってもんださねえ。
今日がそがれた。飲まんとやってられん。
粋な刀を刺してる姉さん、ちょいとこっち。どうです？稼げる話がありやすぜ。あっしは小次郎。人と人を刃で結ぶのが家業でございます。依頼元が松前だろうが妖帝六人衆だろうが、賞金をかけりゃあっしが手配書きを用意するんでさ。
八方にこびる世話人か。危ねえ橋を渡る。
ここんところ敵討ちの怨霊が巷で噂になってやすが、それよか安泰でさ。
そんな噂を信じてんのか。
妖帝六人衆はそのようで。で、どうしやす？賞金首を切れば稼げますぜ。
悪くねえ話だ。
そう言うと思っておりやした。
もしかして俺か？
そろそろ茶ができる頃合い、はよう仕上げるか。旅の方、ちょうど茶で一服するところでして、一緒にどないですか。
こんな場所で茶とは妙な。
刀を刺した女子も妙やけど、くたびれてはりますな、その鎧。
詳しいのか？
詳しいわしゃ鎧の匠銀次と申します。かつては本土のあらゆる火事場から声がかかったもの。乱世の前までは。さあ、この場で出会うたのも何かの巡り合わせでっしゃろ。その鎧見してくだはらへんか。
なかなか腕が立つんだな、銀次。
何とお呼びしましょう。おお、旅の門では味気ない。
アツだ。
おあつさん、また会うこともありましょう。わしも旅する身ゆえ。斎藤の手下を避けておるんです。土を持つ者はみんな連れて行かれてまう。
蝦夷地を出ないのか。
本土で多くの友を失いましてな、戦のせいで。ここなら死から離れられる。今は茶をすするのみ。
No. Has anybody here checked out that game Reanimal? I thought about pre-ordering it, but I don't know. GameStop has a deal right now where you can... Let me see. Got an alligator truck. Yeah, they like you too. You probably taste super yummy. How do you? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do, bud. Mama needs to quit buying you stuff. It's so close to Christmas. Yeah, I know, bud, but Mama's spoiling you. She needs to stop spoiling you. Because, bud. You guys all need to grow up and move out so Mama can go back to spoiling me. I thought you were giving it to me. Okay. How is it that a pre-owned Game Boy is more than a pre-owned Nintendo Entertainment System? I don't get that. Oh, there's Persona 3 Reload. PlayStation 3 is only $118. Sega Genesis is $80. PlayStation 1 controller is $12. Game of Thrones for the PS3, $7.59. Mickey Speedway for the N64, $20. Shinobi. The Thing, PS2, $28.49. Which is crazy because you can buy the remake for $25. Moon Scars for the PS4, $23.74. There's some good games. The Hobbit, PlayStation 2, $6. Zone of the Enders, PlayStation 2, $10. A lot of PS2 games, dude. Kessen. Ooh, I actually might get that. $6. Echo the Dolphin, PS2, $10. Everybody liked Echo the Dolphin. Echo the Dolphin was an amazing game. Ooh, Oni, PlayStation 2. Chaos Legion, Pitfall. Open Season. A lot of PS2 games, dude. Bionicle the Game. Surf's Up. Monkey Island. The Oregon Trail. Oh, that's PS5. Wow. Ooh, Tecmo Bowl. $10 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. How do they have a used amiibo? Ooh. X-Men Legends 2, $20. Manhunt, PS2, $37.99. Bro, that's a classic. Microsoft Network adapter for Xbox 360, $20. Why the hell would you even buy one of those? Bro, Paperboy for the NES, $19. A 007 World Is Not Enough. PSP, third birthday. Mafia, PS2. The Hulk, PS2. Another PS3. Area 51. Bro, there are so many PS2 games. Heroes, Might and Magic, PlayStation 2. The Eternal Ring. That's a From Software game. Fight Club. Dude, there's a shit ton of PS2 games. Demon's Stone, PS2. Unreal Tournament. Vex. Deer Hunter. Fireblade. Grand Prix. There's a lot of PS2 and PSP games. Barbarian. Dragon Rage. Ghost Rider, Batman Begins for the PS2. I'm actually kind of interested in that. Lost Planet 2, PS3. Armored Core 3. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second, you guys. Hold on. Never mind, I own it. Killing Floor 3. Tower of Guns, Transformers. There's a lot of good games right now. A lot of good used games. At GameStop, you go into the app. There's, if you're like a PS2 guy. Oh, look, Metroid for the NES. $23.74. Do I own that? I don't know if I own that or not. I can put it in my cart though, just in case. Jaws Unleashed for the PS2. Metal Gear Acid for the PSP. X-Men Origins Wolverine PS2. Batman for the Nintendo. The Devil Within Satgat PS5. Ghost Runner 2. 1942 for the NES. I actually loved that game. That was an amazing game. I love those old style of like top-down shooters. Terminator Dawn of Fate. Blaster Master. Crystallis. Valhalla Knights for the PSP. Dude, there is a lot of PS2 and PSP games. A lot. Sony needs to return back to the handheld market. They really do. I don't know why they haven't yet. The only thing that I can say is that they're waiting for the PS6 to re-enter. I mean, yeah, granted, they have done a lot to the portal to make it much better. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be in the city and you need to have strong internet to make it viable. If you're somebody like me, you know what I mean? And granted, Starlink is amazing. Starlink is, and they've been very good to us. And I am eternally grateful for Starlink. But at the same time, dude, the portal, not to mention you have to have the ultimate premium Sony subscription. Spider-Man Web of Shadows for the PS2. Medieval Resurrection PSP. Bro, there's a lot of good games here. Alien Trilogy for the original PlayStation. The Warriors PSP. Dude. Wolverine's Revenge PS2. I wish I had money right now, dude. I'd buy so many of these fucking games. Bro, the Fellowship of the Ring PS2, dog. I think the Two Towers was the best, but bro, Castlevania Lords of Shadow PS3 $10. And there's a deal right now, I think, where you get 4 pre-owns for $20. Like, this is a fucking killer ass deal, dude. If I had money, I'd be all over this shit right now, but sadly, all my money is gone. Gone, gone, gone. The original Blood Rain PS2. Van Helsing PS2. That's a damn good game. Bro, Dragon Warrior 2. ActRaiser Super Nintendo. Armored Core 2, PS2. Akai Katana, Xbox 360. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep looking at this, dude. Because it's just making me want to spend money I don't have. Rune Viking Warlord, PS2. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, PS2. Legend of the Dragon, PS2. Gran Turismo 2, PlayStation. Alright, I need to get out of here, dude. I need to get out of that. Enough of that.
地図ば仕上げるまでこっから動けん。
その道具絵師なのか？
いえ違うとです。恋は地図ば書くためのもんたい。蝦夷地は本土にとって謎の大勝ち。幕府はそういば改めるち。
戦の下調べというわけか。
いや、おいはただの地図師。ある領主に茶葉こぼしてここん送られただけたい。こん偏僻か土地に。
その偏僻な土地も時が経って様変わりした。地図が役立つ。
お上のための地図ばい。ばってそがん刀ばさしたそなたの方が役に立ててくれそうたいね。さあさあどうぞ。お好きな地図ば少し銭ばいただければ書き写しますけん。恋もご縁でしょう。切ったはったに及ぶコツもなかやろ。
そういうことにしておこう。
人に見せたらいかんですよ。お待ちを。腕に立つ方に見よってすが。
仕事か？
月照地いう僧のオルトです。霊地ば地図に記す手助けばしとったもんです。近くに霊地のあるち聞いて調べに行かせたとばってん。まだ戻らんとです。
霊地はどこにある？
アンケムリ。
あれか。
あそこで野宿しとるばってずっとあんままたい。月照は今地でただ一人の友ですたい。
大事ないだろうが、手が空いたら様子を見てくる。
頼みます。 東だと聞いたが、あっちの方なのか。そんなわけがない。
月照か。地図師の伊三郎から様子を見てこいと頼まれた。
あやつは肝が小さくて困る。とはいえ道に迷ってしまってな。己を顧みる場所を探している。道を求める者らのために地蔵が置かれているという。
その地蔵覚えがある。父が百姓に手を貸してどこかに一体置いてた。
おや、蝦夷地のものだったか。その地蔵を探す間、友をしてもらえないか。手がかりを見つけられるかもしれない。
坊主を一人この土地に置き去りにするのはさすがに気が引ける。
引き受けてくれるのだな。では出立しよう。
あの地蔵、てめえにとってよほど大事なのか？
あまたの浪人が蝦夷地を目指していると聞いて、この地で平和に暮らす者らの妨げになるのではと案じてしまってな。わしならば浪人どもを説き伏せられるはずだ。地蔵の前で共に思案を巡らせば他の生きる手立てを示せるかもしれん。この竹はまだ若いようだ。
切ってみよう。後ろに何か隠れてるかも。見つけた。音が置いた地蔵に似てるな。
しばし立ち止まり己を見つめてみよう。自分が何者だったのか、何者になりたいのか。
一期一会の出会いから学べることは多い。わしの人生にお主が関わってくれてよかった。
おい、そこにいるのは誰だ？
Oh man.
じいさんと女のようだが。斎藤様の領地だと分かってるんだろうな。
後ろに下がれ。
許しちゃおけねえ。
この者どもにこそ己の身を顧みて欲しかったのだが、お主を信じたことだけは正しかった。さあ、これは礼として受け取ってくれ。
地蔵を探してたのも正しかった。あれは大事なものだ。
ではまたな、流浪人よ。
てめえも二度と道に迷うなよ。こっちだ。アイヌの旅人、久しぶりだな。
Did they have anything I could take? Gimme, 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 gimme. Man.
面倒事はごめんだよ。
こちらもだ、西パ。
和人が我らの言葉を知っているとは。
困った時はアイヌを頼れと父に言われてた。この地を誰よりも知ってるからと。
ここはもともと我らの大地だからな。気分を害してしまったのなら失礼。近頃この辺りは何とも物騒になってきてね。さあ座って。ちょうど飯の支度ができたところだ。
この飯には酒が欠かせないんだよ。殿とはもうないのか？
ウレポロが持ってくるはずなんだけど、まだ会えてないんだ。確か篠台岬のあたりで取引してるって聞いたけどな。
そうか。
面倒事があったのか？
どこへ行ってもみんな戦ってばかりだ。海の向こうから来た浪人、妖帝六人衆、松前の侍も。
品を見せてほしい。
どうぞ。
妖帝六人衆のことを知ってるか？
共に松前藩に抗おうとアイヌの長に話を持ちかけたが断られたと聞いた。
我らはよそ者を拒まない。だが争いたくもないんだ。
それで斎藤はなんて？
気に食わんと。奴らと我らは水と油。仲間たちは面倒事を避けてここから遠くへ行ってしまった。
松前藩と取引を続けているのか？
言ってみれば助け合う仲ではあるからな。だが近頃は殺気立っているようだ。関所の門を閉ざした斎藤との戦に備えているらしい。
それに江戸の幕府が我らの交易路を狙っているという噂もある。
本土は戦で大きく変わったからな。
その姿、風の女神であるピカタカムイを思い起こしてしまうな。その舞は見るのもはばかられるほど有限で、海へと届く風も巻き起こす。しかしその風は嵐へと変わり、周りのものを壊してしまったそうな。
強そうなカムイだ。
最後には吹き飛ばした報いを受けてしまうがな。
やらねばならねえ時もある。そろそろ行く。
我らも支度せねば。夏の間は山向こうの古丹で過ごす。これからは大沼の先の伏ここ丹へ移る。この地を生き抜くための道具が欲しくなった折はそこに寄っていくといい。
覚えておこう。達者でな。
Alright, you guys. Okay, so we have Ghost of Yotei, Metroid Prime 4. I want to finish Thief and Thief VR. I was actually kind of enjoying Thief VR. And then Terminator 2D No Fate. And I'd like to get my Dark Souls 3 playthrough done. But I want to hop into Expedition 33 at some point in time this weekend and check out the new the DLC that was dropped in. And so on and so forth. But Ghost of Yotei so far, my first impressions of it are it doesn't the pacing's not the same as Tsushima was or is. You know, as I was just saying, it feels very slow and very, I don't want to say forced, but I feel like it's just a reboot of Ghost of Tsushima. Truly, like not even like a true sequel or anything. It's just like they just reskinned Tsushima, even with the collector's edition. Like the collector's edition, there was nothing different about it. They just painted it all different colors and then released it. So I don't know. I'm hoping it picks up a little bit more than this, just because if the entire game is going to be like this, it's very bland and boring. And there was something about Tsushima that sucked you in. And I'm hoping that they at least try to do something a little bit different than Tsushima did. If I wanted to play Ghost of Tsushima, I would just play Ghost of Tsushima. You know what I mean? I don't understand when people are like, well, Master of Puppets didn't sound anything like Ride the Lightning. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. That's why I like Master of Puppets, because it's Master of Puppets, not Ride the Lightning. And as far as sequels go, like, I understand, you know, you want to keep similar things. Like, franchises are going to be similar in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Like, there's not that much of a difference between Arkham City and Arkham Knight. But Arkham Knight did add things in, i.e. like the Batmobile and all that, with a bigger map and stuff like that. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's kind of getting off on the wrong foot. You guys know me. If a game is really slow, I have a hard time focusing in on it. And my brain just kind of like freezes up and just wants to shut off, which was very apparent this morning. It doesn't help that it's butt-ass cold in my house either. But I don't know. It just feels like it's like missing a certain spark. And I'm not saying that it like, I expect this to be better than Ghost of Tsushima, but at the same time, I expect it to be as good as. You know what I mean? Granted, I'm not that far into it, but I mean, I'm already losing interest in it pretty quick. You know, it was like Lost Soul aside, I lost interest in that game very, very fast. And I try to give games the benefit of the doubt, and I try to at least get 5 to 6 hours in before I make like a true judgment call. Because if a game isn't good in the first 5 hours, then is it even really that good? Like, a game should not take 5 hours to pick up and get going. It should pull your interest in right away. Expedition 33 is a perfect example of this. You know, within the first 15 minutes, we're already cracking it off and going places and doing stuff and you know, uncovering lore and developing this world. Like, right off the bat, her family died, and she's like, I'm just going to find them and kill them. And that's it. You know what I mean? There's no, like, exterior development to progress the character forward. It's just, I seek revenge, and that's it. And that's a tale as old as time. So, if you're going to do that, put something new on it. Like I said, I'm not going to stop playing it right now. I'll probably finish it all the way through because I don't think it's that long. If it's in anything how Ghost of Tsushima was, you could probably platinum it in like 30 hours. So we'll continue to play through. But I don't want to sacrifice the little bit of time that I do have in order to play a mediocre game. You know what I mean? I want to try to play a lot of the most exciting games because it's boring watching somebody play a boring game that's bored. You know what I mean? The whole situation is boring. I haven't gotten into very much action at all. You know what I mean? It's mainly just been go here, go there. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to at least get things going and started off into the good stuff. But we still have Cold Heart from Arkham Origins to play through. Terminator 2D No Fate, which is actually a really fun game. I was having a blast with it last night. I don't know how long it is. I feel like I made it pretty far into the game last night, but I was having a lot of fun with it. So if you're looking for a semi-cheap game to have some fun with, Terminator 2D No Fate is definitely a game that I would recommend, especially if you're an individual who's between like the age of like 35 and 45. You know what I mean? And you grew up on movies like Terminator and Commando and Rocky, or not Rocky, Rambo. And I mean, you know the era that I'm talking about: Alien, Predator. You know that True Lies. And you're a huge fan of all this, you're definitely going to like this game. And one of the things that I think is cool about it is I was reading a little bit about it last night, and there are alternate timelines that you can do. I think once you beat it, you can actually make decisions. Like when you go into Dyson's house, you can actually execute him. But I think you have to go into New Game Plus. You can make different decisions that change the outcome of the story. But I think the first playthrough is just, from what I gathered, the first playthrough is just like filling in the gaps of the scenes that we got in the movie. You know what I mean? Like how Sarah Connor got arrested, how John Connor got the T-800 to send back in time to protect his younger self, and all that. And it's like, you know, filling in those kind of story gaps, expanding the lore of the T2 universe, essentially. And I think that is freaking amazing. So I'm definitely going to hop back into that later on today, as well as some more Metroid. Because I am liking the Metroid game. I'm not going to say it's the greatest Metroid game. I'm not even going to say it's comparable to one of the good Metroid games, but you know what I mean? And my personal favorite will always be Fusion. I thought Fusion was an amazing game. So I don't know, I may do a Thief VR stream tonight too. We'll see. I don't know. I got to get some of my room cleaned up and organized. I'm starting to clear all this stuff out. And I've been building these Lego sets with my son every day because I have quite a few of them that are stacked up. So we've been going through building them. And I'm going to start making room on my shelf for all these. But this is the Batman Forever Lego Batmobile. Which I liked Batman Forever. I don't think it was the best Batman, but I liked it because it's one of those movies that I I hold a very special place in my heart for it because my grandma took me to go see it when it came out in theater. She took me to go see that and Crimson Tide. And my grandma didn't do things like that very often. She didn't take me out to the movies often, but for whatever reason, we went and saw Crimson Tide together, and then she took me to see Batman Forever when it came out. So I've got some good memories of it. But there we go, you guys. That is the Batman Forever Lego Batmobile with the Val Kilmer Batman. Bada bing, bada bang. And then I let my son pick out the next Lego set that we're going to build together. And this is the one that he chose. So we will be building the Adam West Batmobile together. Until next time, though, you guys, I'm sorry this wasn't super exciting this morning. It was a very, very slow start, and I apologize for that. But like I said, tonight we'll be doing T2 and some more Metroid. So until then, you guys have a great night, a great day, great afternoon.